Well, it's the second of the month, which means it's time for a sheet load, and we have a special guest this month, Miss Terry Cowan. You'll find all the information in the description down below. Hey, it's Bitty Penny. Welcome to my channel. So I am starting straight off with a copyright notice for Sheetload. This is something brand new showing up in the Sheetload this month because of all the issues Alicia has had with people sharing the files unlawfully and doing things with them they shouldn't. So if ever you want to share the Sheetload with others, please direct people to Call Me Crafty Owl to download the Sheetload. All right, this is the February 2024 Sheetload. And yes, this is a collaboration. There's a playlist so that you can watch everything and it will be lovely. So here are the items I'm using today. This is a really fun kit from Sweet Pea Curiosities. I'm going to link it down below. It's a shop on Etsy where you can purchase items, download them, and print them, but they also sell items on Amazon pre-printed in these books. And here is a queen book. They're different than what I'm using today, but it's similar if you don't have a printer and you're interested. Okay, I'm also using this Queen and Company. I mean, what are the chances? But this Crafty kit I bought on Black Friday, and I thought I might use those little glasses, but they were just too big. So I cut out my printable digital that I had gotten from Sweet Pea Curiosities, and I'm making some Crafty Queen cards today, because if you're watching this, you're a Crafty Queen. And it's Galentine's, you know, Valentine's, Galentine's is for our gal pals. And I wanted to use my Sheetload this month very intentionally to make cards for my girlfriends, my crafty girlfriends. I'm showing you here how they compare to an actual playing card, and one of them I'm going to attach to a playing card just to give you ideas about different things you can do. You could get very mixed media with this, but I'm going to keep it super simple. And I'm just going to distress the playing card a little bit so it looks more aged and seems to go really well with this image. I am putting a twist on today's Sheetload, but I am not changing the size. I am making an A2, and the reason is this Sheetload already exists in a 5x7. We did that already, you guys. It's time to make an A2. Now, I love the pattern of the back of the playing cards, but I wanted mine to be crafty. So I had this sheet of paper. It's a really old one, discontinued from Stampin' Up, that I hoard like a crazy woman in my stash because I love it so much. But it has all these wonderful crafty items on the back of it, and I thought it would be just ideal for these cards and these faux playing cards. So I'm backing these little ephemera pieces onto the sheet. I put space between them because I was thinking I would leave space around them, but then when I cut them out, I liked them better cut close to the edge. But here you can see what that paper looks like on the back, and I just think it's so fun. The one that I put on the playing card, though, I didn't back it. I just left it with the back that it already had. All right, so I am going to do a little twist here on my Sheetload. I am assembling the background just as the instructions kind of call for, except for I'm going to assemble this piece, the part that goes across the card, differently. I'm going to go ahead and mat the pattern paper just like it calls for, but I'm not just going to glue it down to the card. I am going to make this like a belly band is what it's called. So it's like a pocket, but it doesn't have the bottom edge sealed. So the item can slip up and down in the belly band. And when I made this card, or the sketch 5x7, I made it into a pocket. So this is just a slight twist on that. But I wanted these playing cards to be able to pull out. Now look here, I'm only putting glue on the two sides right there. I'm not putting any on the bottom or anywhere else. And I'm making sure that my glue doesn't stick to my card and hold it inside, because I definitely want that to be able to come out. I had these really small and fabulous doilies. These were from Doodlebug, and I don't know if they're still available, but you know, it's just what I had in my stash. Maybe you have a die of a doily. Maybe you don't like the doily. Maybe you have a circle die, whatever. But that's what I used. And then I wanted to leave this part in. I'm going to start doing this, I think, more often when I have a lot of layers on my cards. And that is bumping up like the edges of this so that it's flat. So that banner part that goes across my card, if I just glued this down without adding these two little extra pieces of paper, it wouldn't be flat. It would kind of be bent over. Now, I do recommend that when you're gluing those to have them already sized correctly, but that was no big deal. Now, I die cut my dies out of white cardstock and this gold cardstock, and then I brought in a black alcohol marker, and I kept all of my ephemera in a black, white, and gold colorway, which I thought was very like regal and sophisticated, because that's what us crafty queens are. And I'm going to add just two pieces of ephemera to the front of each one of these cards. And then I'm going to also make like a customized sentiment. Now, my stamps weren't small enough for me to put Crafty Queen on it, but that's okay, because my inside sentiments I'm going to put inside of these cards is going to say it all. But yeah, so you can see here with the things that I cut out of white cardstock, I was selective in choosing which ones I colored with the black marker. And I just thought that it was really nice having 3 colors. It seems like the right amount. And it was so fun just kind of playing around with the arrangement and changing each card with different pieces of ephemera. Each one has a different queen, and it was just a lot of fun making these cards. So here is where I have these stamps that I can customize my sentiments, and I'm just stamping out the word queen for the front. I thought with the crafty die cuts, it would be clear that I'm talking about a crafty queen. And again, like I said before, it's going to be clear by the time I finish out the inside of the card. So I just trimmed those down. I used my scraps to stamp these out, and then I just trimmed them down a little bit more. I really love the way these cards came out. I thought they were very dramatic, and I love this big white border around them because it just draws you into the card. I feel like I'm becoming more and more of a fan of having a wide white border on my cards, especially the ones like this that have a lot of pattern and texture and layers. It just gives the eye a bit of a rest. So these are my cards. I made 8 of them. I wish I had time to make more. I would make so many more and send all of these out. But this is what I had time for, and I absolutely love them. I cannot wait to see. I'm going to follow the playlist. The playlist just makes things so much easier, you guys. You can just play all and see all of it, and you don't have to hop around. I am loving the playlist. I'd like to know in the comments down below how you like the playlist. But I really like it. I do prefer it over the hashtags. So I'm so glad Alicia made that change for us and for our team. She's an amazing leader, you guys. And I hope that more people kind of will respect the bounds of the copyright and keep Sheetload free for everyone. It's always a little sad when intellectual property is misused. So I hope you enjoyed this. Check out Sweet Pea Curiosities if you want some of these queen kits, whether you want the digital one that you can download immediately or if you want the book, I encourage you to go over to Sweet Pea Curiosities and check out their stuff. Definitely check out our guest designer this week, Miss Terry. Her link to her channel will be down below. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.